Just a beautiful afternoon for football, Coach. They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Ready? 186. Mike's 58. 8.
They run with a former Eagle and Dolphin, Jay Ajayi. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. And even 50 yards on the ground.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Back. Watch safety.
They run with David Montgomery, the third-round pick from Iowa State. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Check. Crunch. Hey, alert 3. Go, everybody, run.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a first and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Showing eight.
Now it's Ajayi. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
At the Saints' 9-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I'm coming after you. 8. Check, Mike 47.
Newton now to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Cameron Jordan make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago. And another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Mike's 54.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. J.J. Nelson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Score Bears 7, Saints nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. Ooh, with a juke. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Ready?
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 16. Now Breeze on the bootleg. Rolling to his left. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
Ready?
Come on, one thing for sure. You know that Michael Thomas is going to be the target on a 3rd down pass, and Drew Brees finds him and keeps this drive moving.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 10 yards, good for his Saints first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
They run with a former Viking and Raider. It's Latavius Murray. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Ready? Yellow lady, yellow lady. 52's to Mike. Yo, 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 yo. Yo. Good eye.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
11. You think you gonna get this? Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Go.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And this is Cook with a grab. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
I'm coming after you.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... It got his man, complete. 36 yards on the play.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. This is a Ajayi. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. Check
20.
Check 24. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery.
He's coming. He's coming. He's coming.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Right to the 3.
Mike's 5-4. Express. All day. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. I'm coming.
Newton on 3rd down. And Robinson with a big catch. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
188. Right there. 56.
Great.
Man, I got you. Coming on it. Boys, 56. Check, 56. 8. All day. Kill.
8.
Check 6 guys.
Here we go.
Watch the twist.
From the red zone now, Newton. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. J.J. Nelson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as the Bears push further out in front. So they've had 2 drives, and he's had the 2 receiving touchdowns.
And how about a game plan where you decide to force feed or feature someone, and it works? First 2 drives, as you noted, end up in touchdown passes. I think they're going to keep going to them until the defense makes any kind of an adjustment.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
Jared Cook is a guy who's been around the NFL. He's been with the Titans, the Rams, the Packers, and the last 2 years in Oakland. Now he makes a move to the Big Easy, where he pairs with Drew Brees and forms a nice little threat.
Check 52.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Brees leaves this one with Kamara. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brees. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Shotgun now for Brees. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist. Great, great. Kill. Switch. Slam. 36. Shift. 8. Check.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. Running with Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Stay with your man. 8. Alert 3. Here we go. 8. Switch.
Now a run with Montgomery.
He's crashing. He's checking.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Tackles. 8. Play 56. I don't even know why this team showed up.
From the 27, Newton.
I'm coming after you.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
A big play there out of Kamara. 41 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
No. Off. Watch the edge. Bang.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Let's get it. Ready. Yellow lady. Don't get nervous.
Kill. 58 for Mike. 58.
From the 35 on second down, Breeze. And his throw intercepted by the all-pro corner, Kyle Fuller. It's a foot race. The 20, 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go! Let's go!
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Breeze to throw. He gets it to Thomas. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
65. Check. Fresno.
Now Newton on first down.
Under 10. Hey, switch gears.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Great.
Throwing again. Newton gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
20.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
From the gun, here's Newton.
Hey, watch it.
And able to find Graham, complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 17-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
20.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Watch the run. Sean. Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. 54. Watch 54.
Newton throwing again. And it's caught. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
It's now 3rd and goal.
This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2.
Here we go. Mike's 5'4.
Throwing again is Newton. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Intended for Allen Robinson. Incomplete. It's 4th and goal.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
That's fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And he will be able to recover this himself to prevent a wacky ending here, but that will be how this first half comes to an end. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45.
Watch the shit. Easy, opposite.
They start the second half with Kamara pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now, is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. From just shy of midfield, Breeze. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. And this hasn't been the typical game, no doubt, for Emmanuel Sanders. They've really limited him.
He's one of those players that provides a real spark when he gets going. And when he does it, it's felt by the rest of the team, and they're feeling it in this one because right now they're trailing.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58.
Hey, I-7.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Breeze looking here for Smith downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. And he finds Cook. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 31-yard line.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
Hey, kill. Check. Ready, catch.
Breeze now on first down. He'll let this go for the... And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Buster Screen. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll start out on the ground with a J. And some room to roam now.
Jim.
A big play there from Ajayi, and even 60 yards for him on the ground. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here you really like them.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Now Newton going to let one fly for Robinson. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Bears push further out in front. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
31, Saints 10.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
At the
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. You kill.
Mike 5'9",
To throw, it's Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. The tackle by Robert Quinn.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They get this to Smith on the jet sweep. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and inches.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Come.
Shift.
On the keeper, it's Breeze. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Right at 8. 47. 20. You get back.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
It was P.J. Williams that time on the tackle.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
54 Mike. Big stop, D. Big stop.
Great.
Check safety.
SOS.
Watch twist.
Check 99.
On 2nd and 9, Newton is going to get this one out to his fullback. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 13.
Check it.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
And that's a nice gain by him on 1st down, picking up some key yardage.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Saints' 26-yard line.
Mike 54.
Let's go, D. Shift. Watch the
Now a give running right is Montgomery. They find some open field here. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, his first touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
pickup of 3.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Set. 5-9. Hey, kill. Watch the curl. Wide. Get wide. Check.
A 10th carry for Kamara, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now Breeze. And that will be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Mike, check. 59.
Smooth. Ready.
The Saints do snap it. It's Breeze. And that is caught. He's got his running back downfield. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Breeze. And Cook has it, left side. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Bears. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Breeze. And Sanders has got it complete. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Throwing now is Breeze. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll try and run with Murray. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Latavius Murray unable to lower those shoulders and get the first. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, Just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
25, check 20. Check 25.
They'll run with Irvin. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward.
We got this.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Hey, that's it. 180. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch twist. 8. Twist. Check 20. Check 24. Check 3.
Irvin on the carry. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Both set. 180. Rip right. 8. 26. Check 26. Get him.
Here's Irvin. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. 3rd and long, it's Newton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 26. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you. And a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
What's that? 180?
Right there. 54 Mike.
8.
Hatchet.
Slam.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Bears, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.